Hi, and welcome back to our second Streets of New Capenna draft. Let's give it a go. Alright, we have Mysterious Limousine. That's a good card, which I haven't been able to really use effectively yet. So it'd be interesting to try that out. Otherwise, Voice of the Vermin's good. Skycryer's okay. Not a huge fan. Witness Protection okay, same. Dig Up the Body is okay. But yeah, here it's going to be Mysterious Limousine. We want to get some Enter the Battlefield effects with this one. So we can play like white-black and have Corrupt Court officials. It's really good with the white-blue. One white-blue taps down some creatures ones. But we're picking it. Alright, so Windshield Agent's good, could be a pick. Voice of the Vermin's good, could be a pick. Raffine's Informant's probably the best 2-drop, and it's of the same color. So that will probably be our pick here. Kind of looking up to see what the win rates are for Windshield Agent's about a B. Voice of Vermin I wouldn't really consider, but it's about a C+. Raffine's Informant is a B as well. Makes sense. Yeah, let's pick Raffine's Informant. Alright, so we really want to try to play white to the extent that we can. Do we see any signals so far? Well, in the last pack, they picked a rare. Bootlegger Stash is interesting. It's not one I want to try out with this. Stimulus package is there, but I still don't want to try it out. Gathering Throng might be a pick here. Yeah, I'm looking for signals to see like what isn't being taken. Okay, so blue's not being taken, green's not being taken. It looks like either. Brokers might even be open. Those are both very good cards. I'm leaning towards Echo Inspector. I like blue-white better. And yeah, it makes me think that blue might be open here. Riveteer's Decoy, they could have maybe taken something like a Jewel Thief or something over it. Gathering Throng again, too. It does keep me in white, but I think Echo Inspector's a little too good here. Alright, so there's a lot of good cards. Broker Charm's okay. Could be a pick. Dapper Shieldmate's okay. Majestic Metamorphosis okay. For the Family Prize Fight, all these are good. All the lands. I think I speculate on the Broker's Charm here. Alright, we want to figure out where we're going to have our 2-drops. Is it white-green or is it white-blue? If I want to straddle it, Broker's Hideout's there. kind of think I do want to straddle that. I want to know between those. If I knew, I'd probably pick one of those. But for now, I think I'm going to want to try to be brokers, and I'll take the land. Alright, we have another Gathering Throng. Looks like those might come around to us. That's about it here. Sewer Crocodile's not bad to get a copy of, but it's not better than Gathering Throng. Alright, we're seeing a little bit more blue than other things, but as far as Adjudicators, it's just such a good card, both just on raw power of what it does as well as fixes us for brokers. So I'm taking that here. Obscura Storefront. Patch-up is fine as well if we get some good 3-drops, but I want to fix my lands here, so that is going to be my pick. Alright, we might be blue-white. It's kind of the best pick here. Witness Protection's also fine, but I want 2-drops, and if we don't have a choice to make, looks like blue might be our 2-drops, and now we get the Attendant Socialite. I still want lands too, so I'm going to take this until we're clear which one we want to be. Revelation Power's fine. I like Majestic Metamorphosis, but I'm starting to get higher on Dapper Shieldmate. I'm going to pick that up. Alright, so Jaxus is great, but not in the colors we're considering. Elegant Entourage is okay. Freelance Muscle is better. Yeah, that's likely to be my pick here. As far as Adjudicators is also just really good and does fix us. Honestly, that might be the better pick. Yeah, so as far as Adjudicators is a B- and Freelance Muscle is a C+. Sounds about right. I really like to try to be full-out brokers, like with a splash, of course, rather than just full brokers, but I want to be able to splash, so this is why I'm picking up fixing pretty heavily. If we get a Disciplined Duelist, it'd be great. It looks like we're not seeing that, so we might be fighting over brokers a bit, but... Alright, well, okay. Rumor Gatherer is fine, I'm not a huge fan of it. Inspiring Overseer is just broken. I'm taking that here. And there's nothing close. Alright, another Broker's Charm. Dapper Shieldmate. Nothing else really of major interest. High-Rise Sajak's fine, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Broker's Charm. We got a good amount of fixing. Still not quite sure if we're going to be blue or green as our second. We've been seeing more blue, so that looks like where we're going to be. Blue, white, splash, green. Run Out of Town's fine too, but I like Broker's Charm better. Alright, Backup Agent's a good 2-drop. So we'll take here. Alright, so the best card in the pack here is Voice of the Vermin. We are kind of leaning more to be towards white or white-blue. So that's leaning me towards Majestic Metamorphosis. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to go with. All right. Run Out of Town's a good pick here, but I just don't know where we're going to be on the 2-drops, and I'm tempted to straddle the fences here and consider green as our secondary color. Yeah. Alright, and I'm okay with that. We now get a run out of town. Get another Gathering Throng. Ceremonial Ground Breaker is fine. I do have a good amount of citizens. I'm kind of leaning towards the way that doesn't have that many citizens other than Gathering Throngs. But Gathering Throng just will draw us too many cards. Revelation Power or Attendant Socialite. It's between those two. I like both. I really cherish 2-drops. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the Attendant Socialite. I should really correct. I don't like both cards that much. That's why they're this late. But they're acceptable here. Don't really care. I don't mind ever having some extra draw. We have that already. I can take a Case of the Joint for sideboard, I guess. Another run out of town. Another Revelation of Power. Rafine's Guidance. And another run out of town. Those do go really late. I think they're better than what they go for. But yeah, so this, but they're not as good as some people hype it up to be, I guess, for Run Out of Town. This has a lot of things. We like this for sure, so that's pretty much going to be my pick. Make Disappear is good. Civil Servant's great. I'm going to go Inspiring Overseer, but if I didn't, I'd probably pick on Civil Servant and just make my decision to go green-white. That card's just so powerful. I like it above Riveteer's Decoy, even though I still love Riveteer's Decoy. Cabaret Ascendancy. What does this one do again? Alright, can draw some extra cards. That in this format, with this format being so fast, I've been a little down on that. Knockout Blow is good. Probably the pick here. Rooftop Nuisance would be good too. Obscure Storefront's fine. I do really like Rooftop Nuisance. We're gonna go there. Celestial Regular, that's what I've really been looking for. Now we kind of have to make up our minds here. I know it sounds kind of late, but green or blue? We have a lot more blue than we have green. Don't have a lot of 2-drops, so we'll need to prioritize that heavily. But I still think it's between one of these two. Our blue is just better. The Socialites we were seeing, the other pack coming our way, we weren't seeing green in this direction. So yeah, hopefully we get some blue and white 2-drops after that. Alright, this kind of counts as a 2-drop. Some fixing. Don't have much to be sacking this to, but it's the best card here for us. Another Gathering Throng. It's Broker's Hideout too. I don't really need that much green, to be honest, so let's just take the Gathering Throng. Alright, between Civil Servant and Make Disappear, we kind of made up our minds to go with the blue-white land as well, but I want the 2 drops. Going there. Rooftop Nuisance is good. Scare Storefront's tempting, but if we stay blue-white, it's the card for us. Get some fixing. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Alright, so we did okay in the 2 drops. We're strong in the 3 drops. Not playing that. These are questionable. Playing all those. I just like separating out the removal rather than the plays here. Alright, so we can probably cut out the Run Out of Towns. We can probably cut out the Revelation of Powers. And then land-wise, we look like we're going to probably want 17 lands with all these fetch lands and everything. I really don't mind, like, the fetch lands. Don't. It's all about getting your early lands. If it cuts down on your probability of getting the late lands, it's okay. So I don't really try to run many more lands just because I have a bunch of fetch lands. But this isn't a deck for 16. So that means we need to make 1 more cut. So Mysterious Limousine is really good with Inspiring Overseer and the Regulator, like we said, so that's what that's going to go to. Spar's Adjudicators help with the fixing, and it's just a good card. The worst is probably just Dapper Shieldmate here. Ooh, Majestic Metamorphosis is there too, and we don't really need that. I actually had this at the start of the set as the best blue common. I don't think it's been far in terms of performance, to be honest. But I think people are catching on to when you're likely to have it, and they can blow you out by destroying your creature after you target it. This is effectively our card draw. So this, in general, draws you 2 cards and taps down 2 creatures for 2 turns. That's why it makes it so powerful. And that's, I'm a little scared we only have the 5 early drops, but hopefully our power here helps us out. How many creatures we got? 16, that's fine. Alright, in terms of mana, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 white. 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 6, 7, 8 blue. Green, we don't need this double. And we could use another island. Tend to like to try to have 9 sources of my main stuff. That leaves 1, 2, 3, 4 forests. And that's enough for our 2 Broker's Charms, and we have Spar's Adjudicators that can help as well. So I wouldn't call this the most powerful Broker's deck. I think we were clearly fighting over it. If you get Disciplined Duelists, that card's my favorite card in the set. I mean, I also love Inspiring Overseer, but Disciplined Duelist. Disciplined Duelist is I do think a better card. It's not as good overall because it's just hard to cast. So like in draft, you don't. If I had to make the pick between the two, I'd pick Inspiring Overseer first. Let's put it that way. But I'm fine first picking Disciplined Duelist and hoping I get into Brokers and finding a way to make the mana work. Also, Majestic Metamorphosis is really good, and Revelation Power when you have Disciplined Duelists, so that's part of what ups those win rates, and we don't have the Disciplined Duelists, so it's fine not to run them. Alright, I think this is the deck.